coming. You know it's my favorite part. The only part I look up to. I think I'm gonna change this to my ringtone. That's right. Yeah, I think I'm gonna change this to my ringtone.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Welcome back to Dream Daddy. I think last time we dated Damien, so let's go on a date with Hugo. I've been very excited to go on a date with Hugo. I was really good at English in high school. I don't want to say I'm still good at English. I haven't like gone to any education or anything like that for it, but I still really like English, and I, for lack of a better term, pride myself on it. So let us see. Middle school teacher, high school teacher, writer of scholarly articles on the 18th century literature for various esteemed publications. If you are on here to tell me that my son put a cherry bomb in your trash, I know and I'm sorry. Brew some strong tea and paint some miniatures. Remembrance of Things Past by Marcel Proust. Muscles. Ooh, very straightforward. Movie star, documentaries on art history. So, I'm gonna message him. As a side note, I just want to apologize if you hear me drinking a lot. Like, I'm trying to, like, be quiet, but it's just where this game I talk so much during the whole thing. It really kind of wears my throat out, so I got some water right here. I navigate to Hugos Dad book page and type out a message. Hey Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Want to hang out sometime? I wait a few minutes before the computer dings. Uh-oh. What did he say? I didn't see what the text was before, but it says I have a favor. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come in and replace them? I completely understand if you don't want to or can't make it, but I'm going to be honest with you here. It's the middle school class, and I need as much help as I can get. Well, I mean, yeah. Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Morning, Amanda. Morning, Pops. Hey, how was the middle school for you? Or, hey, how was middle school for you?
Aww.
Bad, but nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible. Everyone sucks, no self-awareness. It's just a bunch of hormonal teenagers locked up in a gross old building for 40-plus hours a week, doing long division, starting fights over, I don't know, pizza day and 40s pop. Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. What was your middle school experience like? I don't remember. I'm old as hell. It was so long ago. We probably rode dinosaurs to class and bartered for lunch with tiny skulls of the animals we had slain. You probably had to walk uphill in the snow both ways too, huh? And we liked it. See, middle schoolers are reprehensible. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school? Oh, Mr. Vega requested my help to chaperoning the middle school class to the aquarium. Just wanted to know what I was in for. You get to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? Last field trip I got to go on was to the clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory. Is that why you won't eat clam chowder anymore?
Hey.
No, it's because Bobby Wellington threw up onto one of the vats of clam chowder, and I'm the only one who saw it happen. It haunts me. Right, let's go. Let's leave that story firmly in the past. Anyway, you should do it. Mr. Vega sounds like he could really use the help. Plus, you get to hang out with cool fish. Amanda, I get weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. What? Are you worried that a whale is going to pop out of the torch tank, or the touch tank, and set the torch tank? And swallow you whole. Don't you put fear in my heart. Well, do they have penguins there? Yes, they have penguins there.
Yeah.
Then it's settled. Penguins outwear the fear of ocean. I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know that I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys, kiss Amanda on the forehead before I head out. I arrive at the aquarium to find out the school buses have beaten me there. Preteens huddle around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' end. Ooh, hello, Hugo. Hugo jogs up to me, looking frazzled. I'm so glad you're here. Hugo! It's been a debacle all morning. We're short-handed and most of the kids won't stop screaming. As I'm sure you know is the case with all middle schoolers. I lived through Amanda at 12. I am all too familiar. Great, well, it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over here. Hugo walks me over to a gaggle of preteens who are all sitting on the ground, playing with their phones. They're kicking each other like some of the other groups, so we're off to a good start. Oh, they're not kicking each other, so we're off to a good start. Can you guys put your phones away? All the kids look up for a moment and stare at Hugo. Then they go back to texting. At least they're quiet? Too quiet. These guys seem like they're up to something. I can feel it. There's no way. They're too busy thinking about not getting food, stuck in their braces to... I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. There's no way. They're too busy thinking about not getting food, stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school after all. We'll see. The classes start filing into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out massive stapled packets of paper to each kid. These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, there will be a grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. The kids collectively groan and grab their sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet? Honestly, it's just busy work, so the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think one of the questions asks them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef. Teacher hacks. I like that. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does an aquarium have to do with books? We just did a unit on the old man and the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays.
Yes.
Ooh. It gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal section on tropical fish. While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments while they text, Hugo and I wandered over to a large tank filled with brightly colored fish. Hugo points down at the white fish with long spines. That right there is a lionfish. Did you know that their stomachs can expand up to 30 times in size? Whoa.
Oh.
Their spines are venomous, too. Nature is hardcore.
Oh.
You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points at a spiny, grumpy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank.
Hey.
That's a stonefish, the most venomous fish in the world. And they just, keep it here? Oh, they're relatively harmless, so as long as you don't step on them. What happens if you step on them? Tissue necrosis. Oh, shit! Wow! Cool. Nature is wild. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. Ah, shit. Hey, you see that fish over there? That one? Yeah, that's the,
Oh.
Yeah? Did you know that? Paranormal fish trivia, yes! This fish sleeps upside down but contradictory to popular belief, it's not an actual vampire. That's the vampire fish.
Oh.
Wait, are you serious? Absolutely not. I'm playing it for the gag here.
Oh.
Ha! Good one. We lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swim around the massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids begin trying to take the selfies with the sharks. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who start fighting over a Capri Sun. I walk around the room reading tiny little blurbs about different fish swimming inside the enclosure. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium in childlike wonder. The ripples in the water cast blue, moving shadows across his face. For someone surrounded by angry, hormonal preteens, he looks completely peaceful. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. Notice me, senpai. Notice me. Wow.
Ah.
I walk over to join him. Beautiful, isn't it? Ooh! Do I go in for the kill? Do I coyly comment on the fish? What? Aw, shit. Hugo turns bright red. Maybe I put it on too thick. I mean, I'd rather not stare at you at all. Hugo looks confused. Great save, Oliver. I mean, never mind. Forget I said anything. I'm suddenly very sweaty. I search around for fish tank to dunk my head into to cool down. We stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. Eventually, we make our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing that kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. I stand around the edges of the tank and keep a wary distance from sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs have for my well-moisturized hands. Hugo rolls up his sleeve and sticks his hand in the water. Don't you want to pet some rays, Oliver? Oh, I think I'm good. I think I should just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Come on, it'll be fun and informative. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know any of those things, but I get the feeling that they will probably bite me in my delicious hands if given the chance. Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have their barbs removed, and the horseshoe crabs only eat clams. The anemones are perfectly safe to touch. Against my better judgment, I approach the tank, slowly dipping my hands into the cold water. I touch a stingray as it glides past me. See? Not so bad. It feels like slimy leather. Things get a lot less scary when you learn about them, right? I dive my hand back into the touch tank with renewed vigor for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel a hard carapace of horseshoe crab. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. I pull away blushing. Hugo smiles at me. Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish. Sorry, I just get a little carried away Wait. That girl there looks suspicious. Why is that? Are backpacks usually that wet? Hold on. Son of a bitch. God damn it, Susan. Susan, get back here. Hugo runs after the middle schooler and catches up with her before she can make it to the exit. Want to tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Want to tell me what's really in the bag? Susan won't budge. I walk over to Hugo and the girl, and I think he might need a bad cop. Look, kid. That's an easy 5 to 10 in the clink. I'm not afraid to hit a child. I had a bud go down for that once. He claimed he came out changed mad. He said he missed the bars. You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do.
Oh.
Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Next time we won't say please. Susan glares at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor. It lands with a wet slap. We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move. Hugo leans down and unzips the backpack. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up, and places it back into the tank. She gives us a disapproving look. Jesus, Susan, what was your plan? I was trying to free him. To where? Outside? Where he was gonna die? Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, Susan, your bitch ass, and keep your hands where we can see them. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder.
Oh.
Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here. Or the last. In the next room, we see a variety of small tanks, sea urchins, and tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surrounding us.
Oh.
Look, over here. Hugo points us at some seahorses gathered at the bottom of a tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth. Oh.
Hey.
That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a whole new level, doesn't it? Hey kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth. A low murmur from the students. They jump back on their phones. Fun fact, male seahorses can give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. Aw, shit. That's like a sim. Man, we thought we had it hard.
Ah.
I wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years too. However many thousands of them. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo.
Ah.
It's not really my specialty, but I do take a point to learn as much as possible whenever I can. I think that learning shouldn't end with when you leave school. We should challenge ourselves to find more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. We'll get there. Finally, we make our way over to my favorite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit. Do we get to see the penguins? Yes, we get to see the penguins. Hell yes. Our group of kids run around the exhibits. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the puffin enclosure, trying to get their attention. For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What was I so worried about? This isn't too bad.
Sweet Manchego.
Sweet Manchego. Hugo suddenly grabs my arm. Oh my god. There's a student in the penguin enclosure. God damn it. Wait, just kidding! It's very bad! Is it one of ours? It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. Fucking Susan, man. She's hanging out with the wrong crowd. I look over to the penguins and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. Over the side of the enclosure, I see a door to the exhibit ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time? We gotta stop her before the staff sees and bans our school for life. Hugo looks around.
Oh no.
I'll create a distraction. Hugo runs towards the puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room. Everybody, everybody, everybody. I have an announcement. The whole room turns towards Hugo.
Oh no. Oh.
Here's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins. Everybody just stares at Hugo, confused. Well, this is my shot. I run into the enclosure and I'm greeted by a cold blast of air. Psst, hey! The girl whips around to look at me, her nose pink from the cold. You can't be in here. Neither can you. I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy I just end up slipping. I catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me. Contradictory to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So I can understand some confusion when discussing the birdness of penguins. The crowd is still somewhat enraptured. Somehow enraptured, sorry. Kid, what are you even doing? I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom. Where are they even gonna go? They're gonna live in my closet. Look, I just don't have the time to argue about this. We gotta get out of here. Not until I save a penguin. A little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates. With some exceptions, so they don't all live in cold climates if you're splitting hairs. The Galapagos penguins. Did I mention they don't fly? The crowd is starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time. Lay down the law, try to relate to her, bribe her. Bribe her. I'll give you $20 right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a second. Okay, well give it to me right now. I reach into my pocket and pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well I have 12 and some change. Also, there's a button in here. Is that enough? Pay me the other 8 later and we have a deal. We move to shake on our arrangement, but before I suddenly realize there's a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're gonna have to block these birds. Ooh.
Block that bird.
What? No! What am I supposed to do? I'm not doing a very good job. Oh. I was like, what the heck? No, 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 no. Get back. Get your bitch ass out of here.
Drive that team.
Woo! Alright, I better get at least a B, because I let 2 escape, so. 6 penguins escaped? What? Bribery works! Yeah! Dad tip, run through the finish line. Whew! Glad that's over. Just in time, too. Looks like Hugo is wrapping up his diversionary penguin speech. That's why I think penguins are one of the best animals in the world. And a few people in the audience clap out of a sense of duty, but everybody starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over. Molly, what were you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize that penguins can only survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You wouldn't have a dead penguin on your hands. Well, it was the thought that counts. No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me. You owe me $8.
Whoa.
What? I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan. I suppose that they can compare their animal theft notes. You're not off the hook, Molly. Oliver, did you bribe a child? I bribed a child. Listen, man, we've all done dark things in our lives, and I'm not young. And I'm not the young, bright-eyed youth I used to be. That person believed in a world where you wouldn't have to bribe children to save Penguin. But the me today knows different. I only wish I could go back. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. Oh no. With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop. We make our way back out to the school buses. Woo. As we leave the aquarium, the kids load into the buses. Hugo pulls me aside. Hey, Oliver, thank you so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver. It was no problem. It was actually kind of fun. Let me take you out next time to make it up for you. You like cheese boards? Or do you like cheese boards? I'm all about cheese board. Yes! I got the eggplants! Great. Well, I gotta make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around. I walk inside to find the house empty. I wonder where the panda's at. Before I know it, Amanda pops through the front door. What you up to tonight? Just doing some homework. How was the aquarium? It was an adventure. Some kid tried to steal a penguin. We've all been there. I had to run in and grab her before the employees saw. You got to go in the penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us? Amanda, no penguins were stolen thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It was nice getting to spend some time with Hugo, though. I'm surprised he helped complete a covert op. He's usually kind of a what? Kind of a stick in the mud. He's actually pretty cool. I had a good time with him. Alright, too much adventure for me today. I'm gonna go rest my eyes. You mean take a nap? There's a difference? Oh, there's a difference. You'll learn when you become a father. Ooh, give me that dream daddy date. Give me an A, give me an A, give me an A. BAM!
Exemplary.
Welcome. You've got dads.
All right. I think I'm gonna leave the date here tonight. So, you know, that's great. We got an A with Hugo, though, so, you know, bam, 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 bam. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!